All right, everybody. Hey, this is your boy Trey with Let's Just Talk Fitness, man. We are back again. You already know. If you have been here, if you've seen some of my other interviews, some of my other snippets on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, you already know what's about to happen. An amazing person, but actually, man, this guy is even more special than all the other ones before. And I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. You're gonna figure out in a minute. Maybe you could probably look at his eye and tell. You know what I'm saying? But hey, all I gotta say is we in for a treat. Because this guy right here, man, really is somebody who has a mentality that I've been waiting to question and kind of dive into. So before that, man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, comment below anything else that you may want to see. Make sure that you follow your boy. Hit me up personally if there's anything you want to do. If you want to do an interview yourself, hit me up also if you want any training or coaching. I also do that as well. Life coaching, and training as well. If you want to burn a little bit of weight off for the summer, hit me up as well if you are looking for again another interview. You want to do an interview with your boy as well, hit me up. I also do email marketing / affiliate marketing. So join my email list below. The link is in the description below. Click that link, join. I send out story emails, content emails, and promo emails, all related to health and fitness. And you also get to learn a little more about me. So make sure you subscribe as well. And I send out free reports every week. So that's another thing as well that I do. But with that said, let's get into it, Allan. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. Thanks for that intro. I really appreciate it. I started
Bro.
turning a little red there.
Hey, I had to hype it up, man. I have to hype it up. I love these intros, man. But I also, more importantly, love the interviews and the people that I bring on them. I mean, it's like, again, I knew this was something I needed to do when I had my first interview with a guy who's actually trying to go pro in football. He's trying to go pro with football. But you're also trying to go pro, become a pro fighter.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I kind of want to dive into that, but I'm like, before we get started in that, just tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where'd you grow up, and yeah, a little bit about your background.
All right, I'll give you a little quick bio. So I was born North Carolina, grew up there most of my life. I traveled the U.S. pretty much. I moved a lot, family, all that stuff. I started my fighting career basically when I was like 12 years old. I started out with karate, moved on to kung fu. I fell in love with boxing. That was my first like actual like I'm feeling like a primal addiction to this.
Yeah.
So I went with boxing, and then I did that with Cappies in Washington for about maybe 2 years. Moved back to North Carolina, picked up Muay Thai, which is Thai boxing, which is just boxing with your feet included, and elbows and knees and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been doing this for a pretty long time. I'm 32 now. So I said I started when I was 12. I'm not so good with math, so I'm just going to say 18 plus years. Something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I actually just started doing jujitsu, which I'm actually kind of kicking myself for that, for not having that as a weapon already, because I'm like I said, I fell in love with it. I've recently achieved my blue belt, so I'm no longer a white belt. So I'm happy about that.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Been falling in love with it. Keeps me going. It's my passion. I love doing it. And yeah, that's about it.
Bro, that is, I got a few questions already, man. When it comes down to fighting, when did you realize that was a passion? Like, when did it hit you to where it was like, man, this is something I want to, you just mentioned like 5-6 different styles of fighting.
Yeah.
So when did it first hit you that, hey, I actually enjoy fighting, or karate, I want to go into fighting or karate or mixed martial arts? Yeah, when did that hit you?
Honestly, when I stood up to my bully, my first bully, it was freshman year. I was doing karate, at that time. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Boxing. I was karate first, then boxing. So I just left karate, started doing boxing.
Yeah.
And I was getting bullied. It was because I skipped 8th grade and I was smaller than most people, and I got picked on for being smart, stuff like that. I was an easy target. I was a little boy. So I finally stood up to my bully one day after maybe like a semester and a half, tolerating it. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't like that cinematic. Oh, he shoved my head in the toilet and stuff like that. But it was more like
Mm.
he would like do like mental trauma stuff like that. Like
Oh.
he'd single me out, blah 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 blah. He would
Mm.
get physical like in PE and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
one day I had enough.
Yeah.
So we were playing basketball and he went in for a layup. I went to block him. He literally like just played football, like changed it up, basketball to football, shoulder shrugged me into the pole. I hit the pole, got up. I was hurt. I was trying not to cry. I was like, whatever, trying to shake it
Yeah.
off. Started playing some more. I don't know what happened. Like, I had the ball and he stood in front of me getting ready to like post up or whatever. And
Mhm.
instead of, I switched from basketball to fighting.
Yeah.
I literally just like threw the ball up and, wow, and I just jumped on him. He got some licks in. I got some licks in, and we got in trouble. We got like the whole school thing got in trouble. We got suspended, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the whole thing was I stood up to my bully. My parents weren't angry with me because they knew what was going on. I would
Mm.
tell them when we spoke about stuff and
Yeah.
like what you should do, what you can do, and yeah. But I stood up to him, and it was like at that moment, like maybe a couple days afterwards, after everything had settled down, where I actually was enjoying looking back on it. Like instead of it being like a oh my god moment, it was like a oh my god. I liked it. Like it was something about it. It was just like being able to stand on my own 2 feet
Yeah.
and protect myself. And so he was bigger than me too. Like I said, I was a little boy. This man
Wow.
was a freshman soccer player already on the varsity team. So
Wow.
he's stacked.
Yeah.
He's like a typical jock bully guy,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I know his name. I'm not gonna drop his name because we're
Yeah.
friends now. But
Oh,
you
nice.
know who I'm yeah, we're
Nice.
friends now. But
Wow.
who I'm talking about, boy. He's gonna laugh about this and show all his friends watch.
Bro.
So yeah, no. So that was the moment when I was like, I like it. It's something weird about it. I notice things about it that I don't think happens to most people.
Yeah.
Maybe I just think I'm full of it, but like when I fight, things slow down. Like it's weird. I like we were talking earlier, like fade into who's in front of me,
Yeah.
and I can only see maybe about 4 or 5 feet around me. Like if you're in that circle, watch out. Like that's
Wow.
it. Like that's the danger zone. That's the blood circle. But
Yeah.
like yeah, so that was it. That was when I realized that there was something to it that I was good about. Like it was
Mm.
something like when you know, you know. Like
Yeah.
it resonates with you. It hits you in your soul. It's like why you wake up in the morning. It's like why you
Mm.
sleep at night. Why you keep going. Like even when life is shit as hell. Like it kept me going. And I was in a bad place. I was depressed. I was upset. Stuff was going on in my life. And it
Mm.
was martial arts and being able to stand on my own 2 feet in life, in physical ways, in mental ways, and emotional ways that I could see me falling in love with this thing.
Wow, bro. Bro. No, what you just said resonates with me so much because again, we were talking earlier and I had told you about why I do this. It's why I do
Mhm.
what I do. It's literally like you said, that the reason for why you wake up. It's this whole passion you have and this drive of realizing that this is you, this is your lane. you
Mhm.
know no one else does this the way you do in this lane.
Mhm.
And so that hearing you resonate that in terms of fighting, it it just heightened. I was about to come through the screen and just dap you up, man. Like it's just like I get that. Like
Yeah,
that
right.
that is so dope, man. So you stood up to a bully. It all started with the initiation of you being bullied, and then one day you had enough. But then I guess
Mhm.
through that you end up realizing this is it. This is something I want to do.
Yeah.
Um, that is dope, man. Absolutely. I again I can relate to that very much so. So then in terms of fighting, would you say that because obviously there was a change going on in your life. You said there was a lot of things going on in your life, but
Mhm.
it seemed like there was a mental change or mental aspect to fighting as well that you seem to really have hacked into. How would you say fighting has changed you mentally? Your mental state seemed to have been something that changed because you even said that you and the guy are friends now. So
Mhm.
how, I guess if you can go into that a little bit in terms of how fighting has mentally affected you.
Well, mentally, it's allowed me to be I don't know how, it's really hard putting words right now. Hold on one second.
Yeah, bro.
It's like if I can handle myself
Mm.
in a stressful situation to where there's literally somebody in my face with a fist raised, whatever weapon, albeit whatever scenario you want to place in front of me. If I can handle myself in that situation and not lose control,
Yeah.
then I can control myself in any other situation that life can throw at me. I'm
Mm,
not gonna say like not like that's the worst situation that can be thrown because there's definitely worse than that. But if I can handle that, there's no telling what I can handle if I can take care of myself mentally,
yeah.
emotionally, spiritually, all that stuff. Only person that's gonna stop me is me. The only person that's gonna make me lose myself is me. Only person that's gonna, win or lose is me.
Mm,
I'm stopping me or I'm helping me. It's up to me.
mm, that me versus me mentality,
Hmm.
where it's like you're not really trying to compete. At the end of the day, would you then say that it wasn't even really about the bully? Would you say
Mm-mm.
that? Yeah.
No, it was totally about, it was all me. It was how I was presenting myself to the world. I'll
Mm,
admit it. I felt weak. I felt
mm,
inferior because I was little. I sucked at making friends, dude. I would literally hang out of like circle groups and try
yeah.
to like listen in and
Yeah.
kind of edge my way into the circle. And I got called out like so many times for it. So like I
Wow.
was not a secure person. I was insecure. I was I thought the world was against me. I blamed everyone else for my problems and stuff like that. So like I wasn't the innocent kid getting bullied. I did do things that probably edged on the bully aspect, like welcomed it into
Mm,
my life knowingly, unconsciously, whatever it is. But I am responsible for everything that happens to me in my life, and
wow.
it's my job to either, accept it or reject it. And if I reject it, then I got to look at that and see why I don't want to accept it. And that's
Yeah.
basically how I think. And I did not always think like this.
I could tell. No, I could tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to, I used to be a bad guy. Like
Mm,
I made bad decisions. I wasn't a bad guy. I made bad decisions, but I made enough bad decisions for other people to look at me and say that's a bad guy.
mm,
So martial arts at first I did do the tough guy facade because I was a weak little kid. So I stood up to my bully. I
yeah.
ran with it. I spoiled it a little bit.
Yeah.
It went from being something pure to
Mhm.
something that I took advantage of. So like
Yeah.
it wasn't all sunshine, roses, and rainbows afterwards. There was
Mm,
more story, more chapters, sequels, all that stuff to
yeah.
it. So yeah, like I came from a dark place and I used to want to deny my darkness. And
Mm,
then, but in doing so, I deny a part of myself.
wow.
So by denying a part of myself, I'll never truly be at
It'd
peace,
be
right?
yeah.
I can never be
Facts.
at peace. So I learned to accept my darkness. It used to be more of a toleration, but I've come to an acceptance now. I've accepted my darkness. I've accepted the thoughts that I get. People have thoughts. It doesn't mean that they're real. They're just
Right.
thoughts and
Right.
stuff like that. It's what you do with your thoughts.
Exactly.
That's it. You aren't your thoughts, you are your actions. So yeah, that's my mental growth, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. That is completely dope. Everything you said, again, I resonate with. Um, and that's why I wanted to key in on that mental aspect of it, because again, it goes back to, I think the reason why everyone either starts their fitness journey or get into something that in some sense they can call a passion or a
Mhm,
desire, or something that they have a tenacious drive for. And when it came to you, it was fighting. But
mhm,
it's dope to see that through the midst of that, you not only found passion, but you also was able to embrace a part of yourself that you
mhm,
knew was there. It wasn't this, like you said, this just meek kid who was just getting bullied, but you also had things going on that perhaps provoked those things.
yeah,
So that is,
100%.
bro, that is dope. Like you're owning up to that, and I'm huge on that accountability. The
Mhm,
aspect of being accountable for my actions, and not having anyone else own, blaming anyone else for those actions, but being able to own those actions myself. So
mhm.
that's completely dope, bro. And I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but you opened this can up, and I was like, man, I gotta
No,
I,
you're
I
good,
gotta
bro.
kind of run with it. But before we go any deeper, would you mind telling us, are you in school, man? What was your occupation? What do you do right now?
I am actually a full-time, I've dedicated my time fully to being a fighter. I used to be
Wow.
a massage therapist. I've dabbled in construction, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was in the restaurant, in and out the restaurant industry as a cook for a good
Yeah.
8, 10 years. So
Mhm.
I've been dabbling here and there and everywhere. So, but
Awesome.
right now I'm a full-time fighter. That's all I do. I wake up in the morning, I drop my son off from school, head straight to the gym with my love of my life, and we work out for about 2 hours. Come home, all that stuff. To get the house clean, prepared, go pick my son up, and then I go back to the gym around 4 o'clock. And then I personally don't leave the gym till about 9:30, and that's more weight training, combat training like jujitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, all that fun cardio that everybody loves to talk about.
Right.
Like,
No one.
oh man, I will not lie. Me and cardio, like I love what cardio does for me, but I hate what
Hey.
he makes me do for it. Like, if I could just get a gift one day and he'd be like, here's 3 rounds of just not being tired. Okay, here you go, and I'll be like, thank you so much. But it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But yeah, so basically, I'm doing four to six, sometimes seven, if I'm feeling really beast mode for some reason. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I try my damnedest to do rest days, even
Yeah.
though those suck as well. But
Yeah.
they're
Oh yeah, they're important, bro. Especially with your schedule, man. With your schedule, I
Mhm.
did not know you were a full-time fighter.
Yes,
Full-time fighter,
girl
bro.
talked about it, and I sat her down. I was like, babe, this is what I want to do. Like I said, I was doing construction. I tried massage therapy, went to school for that. I got associates in that, so I got a
Wow.
degree, like
Yeah,
many other people that they don't even use.
bro,
So
bro.
yeah, I did a dibble dabble and all that stuff, and I was never happy. Like with massage therapy, I found out that I loved learning about the body more than I did actually wanting to practice on the body. Like it was amazing
Mm.
to me to learn, like soleus muscles, gastrocnemius, all that stuff, a chromium process, learning how it works, and then it benefited me as a martial artist too. So
Right.
you can see why I was into it. Like I was like, oh, so these are the
Right.
muscle bellies. I can see now,
Ah,
like Terminator eyes, dude, like Terminator eyes. When I'm looking at somebody, I see muscle parts, groups.
bro,
Like
that's
I'm
crazy.
dissecting you. Like you don't even know it. I don't even see skin, bro. I see red. That's it.
Dang.
So
Yo.
yeah, but yeah, like I lost my train of thought there. I got too happy
No,
over
that's a good trainer. I'm glad you lost it, bro. That's
it.
amazing.
No, yeah. So I'm a full time fighter. My girlfriend, she's working. I love her to death. She's literally
Nice.
the fire behind this right now because
Nice.
without her, I wouldn't be able to do this. We have a son. We go to school. We have a life. It's not just all time in the gym. I can't. If I could, I would, but I can't.
Exactly. Yeah.
And but yeah, she does a lot for me. I told
Mm.
her, like, I tell her, $1 million, babe. All of this is gonna pay off.
Bro,
million
bro,
dollars.
I tell my girl the same. Yeah.
Yeah, million
Yeah.
dollars. I
Yeah.
will wake up one day in a bed and there will be
Yeah.
$1 million. And I was like, just imagine how good that feels. And you know what? It's yours from me.
Mm. Mm. Easily. Easily.
Yeah, that's all you, my
Easily.
love.
Yeah.
You do not need to lift a finger for the rest of your life. If you
Bro.
want to work. It's your choice. You have all the choices in the world right now, and it's
Bro.
not just $1 million you're gonna get. That's my thank you. Now we're
Bro.
living together,
Bro.
and now we're gonna be moving on together. Now we're climbing together. Now we got that
Mm.
mansion we talk about. Now
Mm.
we got that pool, that Bentley, all
Mm.
that stuff. And it's not
Mm.
even that I want the material stuff,
Yeah, it's not even that. Yeah, but
because
that
that's
will
just what
come.
comes with it.
That's what comes with it. Exactly.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
want my family to be happy. I want my children to be happy. I want my children's children to be set. I
Yeah.
want The way I look at immortality is that for you to be known for a long time, like in your generation, within your family,
Yeah.
you're talked about. He was the reason why we are where we are
Exactly.
today. Like
Exactly.
him, and then my other ancestors. I want
Exactly.
to be in line and like head to head with them. Like
Yeah.
they say my grandpa, they say my dad, they say me,
Yeah.
all that stuff down the line.
Man,
I want
bro.
them to be proud.
And you want them to be proud.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Because you're leaving. How often do you think about your legacy? That's something I think about very much so, man. And I think that's what you're
yeah,
touching on. Like, how do
yeah.
you think about that when you're in the ring? Do you think about that when you're
Yep.
okay?
Yep, especially like it's kind of a double-edged sword having my family there. at the events and
At the
stuff like that,
events,
because it's like a
true.
whole nother
Oh
level
yeah.
of pressure, right? Like my boy is there, and he's
Oh
like just now becoming cognizant enough to know what's going on and that this is
man.
what daddy does. So there's that pressure where I can't let him down.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
man.
like well, the last fight I was doing, just a little brief takeaway here. Last fight
Yeah.
I was doing, I was on the ring walk, and my son runs to the middle of the ring or middle of the lane, and I'm trying to be all like tough and stuff. I got my wolf music in the background, and I'm like, and then he comes up to me and breaks my character like it was nothing. Like he looks at me and he just goes, "Get him!" And I was like, I put my hand on it, my glove on his head, and I was like, I really needed that. And I think that's why I was able to, like, that's what changed up the strategy. Like I told you before, I had a whole strategy for the fight. But we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll
Yeah.
get back to
No, no,
that.
no, no, no. But I love it, bro. It's all natural here. The conversation's all natural. It's flowing. And I love that aspect of it, bro. Because again, you're touching on another part that I want to go into in regards to just later in other discussions and interviews as well. But that aspect of fatherhood, a dad and a son, and raising them up in the sense of fitness, but also that role of a father that you play now,
Hmm.
and having him impact your whole fitness journey in relations to fighting, like that is no small deal, bro. Like you just brought
Hmm.
that up, but just to dive into that a little bit, I mean, you know, when you're sitting there fighting, and when you're sitting there, I guess in some sense looking at your videos that you're recording, or your content that you're posting, your
Hmm.
kid most likely will run into it because everything on social
Hmm.
media is going to stay. So
Oh yeah,
how do
forever.
you forever, bro? Like, do you ever feel, or do you ever what do you think, or what do you feel when you're looking back and thinking on that and being like, or are you like, man, my son one day will be watching this, or my son one day he may go into fighting, or he may do this,
Yeah.
but this. So okay, so what feelings do you get when you think of that, when you're looking at your old videos or your videos?
Well, first and foremost, I try my best not to post anything that he would be like disgusted by.
But
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like I try to keep my content not necessarily PG 13 at
yeah,
most.
yeah,
So that's what I want my son to see. I don't want him to see like gross stuff. But in the future, I want when I want my son to see this, I want him to be able to see what's inside my head. That's also what I'm doing. I'm using my TikTok platform as a way to like let people get inside my head. Like at
mm,
first, it was all workout videos, stuff
yeah,
like that. And it was stale. Like I was like,
yeah,
even me looking at this, I'm like, it's the same
mm,
thing over and over again.
yep,
And I was like, so what can I do? I want people to know me. I want people to like when they
exactly.
see my face, they have a personality with it. Like it's not just like,
Yeah, work. He just lifts weights and
yeah, oh
yeah,
look at me, I'm
yeah,
benching something.
exactly. Yeah,
No, I want them to be like, bro, that's Allan
that's Allen.
Roque.
Yeah,
Look at him
exactly,
bench. Look at him like
exactly,
fight. Look at this stupid thing he made. Like
exactly.
I want people to be real and honest. Like I don't
Yep.
if I make stupid content, say it's stupid. I
Yeah.
probably meant for that to be stupid. Like
Right. Right. Right.
I have things in my head that I think is stupid and I laugh at.
Yeah.
So it's just yeah. So when my son sees it, I just hope that he's able to see my mind.
Mm,
He's able to be like, "That's my dad."
mm,
Have that chuckle inside. Like
yeah.
even if I'm gone for some reason, like, and he has
Yep.
nothing to look at.
Yep.
Like he won't just have photos and save videos in phones that are probably going to get lost one day. He's
Exactly.
going to have something where he can look it up, be like, that's my dad. And that's my goal. Like my
Mm,
ultimate goal is that legacy thing that we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
I want my son to be able to say, that's my dad. And when he talks to his children about his father, that they look up to him and say, you're just like him. And he'll be proud to be told that.
Yeah.
Like just all the way down the line.
Do you want your son to become a fighter? Is that something you want him to do, or do you want him to chase his own, make his own path, chase his own way of being? But or do you have that sense of pride where it's like, yeah, I kind of want you also to look at my videos and be like, I want to do that. Like, yeah,
Yeah, of course I want my son
yeah,
to
yeah.
be in the martial arts industry. I like to say it in the
Yeah,
polite way. Yes, I would love my son to join the martial arts
yeah.
industry. He is actually taking classes. He's doing jujitsu and boxing.
Wow.
he is leaning more towards a boxer. So like whenever I bring up jujitsu, he's more of like a okay.
Yeah.
But when I bring up boxing, he's like, boxing, yeah, let's go. And he runs out the door. And I'm like, all right. So
Hey.
at least he likes something a bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he resonates with the boxing right now. I'm sure
Oh,
he'll appreciate jujitsu later on though. But yeah, like he's a bright young man. His name is Fabian. He's named after me, but we reversed the names. It's Fabian Allan Roque. My name is Allan Fabian Roque.
hey,
So
nice.
I gave him his own name, but kept my legacy going. Like I said, as you can
Nice.
tell, legacy is important to
Yeah, I can tell. That's why.
me.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my son, yeah, he's good. I love him.
Nice, bro. And how old is he?
He is 6, turning 7 very soon, June 5th.
Wow, he's up there. So he knows. Yeah,
Yeah, like I
yeah,
said,
he
he's
knows.
just now getting to like being able to put things together, remember things, and all that stuff. So
Wow.
no fuck ups.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And not only that, bro, but he's going if he stays on this path, he's going to be a beast. You
Yes,
know, if
like
by the time he's your age, yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
oh my goodness, because
and he's
he's
artsy too. I wasn't very artsy as a
wow,
kid. He's artsy. This boy can draw. Like he drew like a outer space thing. This is and he was like 6 at the time, just fresh 6 year old. Got a big old
whoa,
canvas like this. Did an outer space painting with the sun, the planets, some aliens attacking and stuff like that. And I'm looking at
whoa,
it like, man, when I was your age, I was drawing lollipop
yeah,
trees and stick figures,
bro,
man.
bro.
My birds were little V's and W's
Oh
inside.
man,
That's
I remember
it.
the birds. I remember the birds, bro.
I
Like,
thought I was so proud. I was so proud of my birds. Look at that bird. Look at that bird. It's flapping.
don't you see the feather? Don't you see the feathers? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
This one's going like this. This
right.
one's going like this. And this one's going like this. It's in the middle of the flap.
Those are three versions of the same bird.
Yeah. And my
Look.
son's doing the whole Star Wars epic over here. And I'm just like,
Right.
dang, man. So he's definitely artsy.
Wow.
He's definitely more of a touchy, kinesthetic kind of kid. He
Nice.
likes to learn. He loves to touch and like get into it.
Yeah.
He's just like me. All right, he's just like me. I don't like being
Wow.
talked to. I like touching. Martial
Yeah.
artist. I
Yeah.
like touching. I need to put my hands on
Hands
it
on something.
for me to
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah.
Like you can talk to me all day long. You show me like 30 minutes with my hands on it, give me like some physical
Right.
aspect of
You
it.
got
I
it.
got you.
Yeah.
We don't need to
Exactly.
talk no more. We should save
Exactly.
some time.
Exactly, bro. I love that, man. I love it, and I'm glad that you pointed out an element of him that wasn't necessarily associated with fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because then that shows that you have that open mindedness of
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's
He can be
this too.
whatever he
Yeah,
wants.
exactly. And I think I think that's cool. I think a legacy is good in our kids following in some sense in our legacy, but at the same time, like you said, going back to what you just stated, hey, they have this too. There's an interest over here. There's something over
Yeah.
here that they may want because I think at the end of the day, more than anything, one thing I value with my mom in terms of how she has raised us is that it's always been a matter of doing what you enjoy, doing
Yeah.
what makes you happy, doing what you
Yeah, of
enjoy,
course.
And
Why
so
else wouldn't you do it? Like
exactly, exactly, and it kills you. It kills your spirit when you don't,
yeah.
So even with you, the leap you had taken, and I would love to know this, you know, what emotions were you going through when you came to your wife and told her, babe, I want to go full time. I'm not sure if you told her. I'm not sure if she told you, hey, you should go full time. But yeah, what emotions? How did this happen?
I I basically reached a point in my life where I was reflecting on what made me happy because I was in
Mm,
I was in a valley of my life right at this moment that I'm
yeah.
speaking of. So I was at a low point in my life, and I looked back on my life, and I was like, I don't like cooking in the kitchen. I can do it, but I don't like it. I can do massage therapy. I like the knowledge aspect of it, but I
Mm,
really don't like it.
mm,
I don't like construction. I'm breaking my body down for what? Like
mm.
for a paycheck that I might not even be getting, all the time because people get laid off. It's not a
Mhm.
stable industry. It's there
That's
all,
true. Yeah.
but being consistent in that industry is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I basically got real with myself. I stopped being fake. I stopped putting the face on, smiling, all that stuff. Yes, sir. No, sir. All that stuff. I'm perfectly fine. Don't look at me. Everything is a-okay.
Mm,
What's that over there? Yeah, look over there. Don't look this way.
mm.
So I got tired of it. I got tired. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, man.
Yeah.
I got tired of being tired for no good reason.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, I'm good at fighting. That's the one thing in my life where I'm at peace, I'm happy, I'm proud. I actually can look at myself in the mirror and say, I can do that.
Yep.
And like look myself straight up, chin up, chest out. I can do that.
Hmm.
So I had just, and she said, fine. I was like, all right. And she said, I'll take care of, the bills, the money, the aspects of
Wow.
that stuff. And like, and that means a lot to me
Yep.
because
It's a
I'm
go.
I'm a
Yep.
proud fucking man.